Hello everybody, this is an original Xbox, soft modded with a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It is set up with emulators from different systems. We got CoinOps 7, MAME, and many other emulators. If you push the B button, you get to go to Applications. We've got DVD player, DVD to Xbox, Microsoft Dashboard, and Unleash X. And here we have Xbox One games. Not Xbox One, but original Xbox. And here we have homebrew games. And there's quite a bit in here to play with. What I'd like to show you are the Super Nintendo. You can push the B button to bypass the intro. And here are your Super Nintendo games. You can use the D-pad to scroll through each game, or the triggers to go through them a little faster. There's quite a bit in here. Now you can create a favorites list. If you push the white button, that'll add it to your favorites. And then from here, if you push the B button, you can go to your favorites list, and here's your list of favorites. That way you don't have to scroll through the long list of games to get to the games you really want to play. I'm playing this on a 40-inch LED TV. All these games are upscaled to run 720p, so you have to use the component video cables for it to display right. If you push the right stick like a button, it pulls up this menu. Go down to Game Utilities, and here's your save and load states. You can save the games no matter where you're at in the game. Come back to them later. What you'll have to do is, say like you go to work, come back, turn on the Xbox, you have to load the emulator, load the game, and then come back in here and hit load state, and there's your game. Now if we go back in there, you can go to Browse Media. I have the manuals for the games. It's the white and the black buttons to scroll through the pages. I also have some other stuff. I've got some frequently asked questions about some of the games. Some of the games have maps. We've got commercials for some of the games. And you can go back to the game, or you can exit it from here. Jump from one game to another pretty easily. And so on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the main list. This is the list that you come into when you first load the emulator. the very top line, which is where you're going to be when you first start, it's going to not have any previews or anything on it. If you push the A button on that, you can go from one region to another. It defaults to the US, but you can go in here and load up European games. Or you can go and load Japanese games. Oops. And we got special releases. So there's quite a bit of games in here. We're just looking at Super Nintendo. We've got many other consoles on this same Xbox. We also have some homebrew versions of Super Nintendo games. Unlicensed. There's just a lot of funny little little games in here. This looks like it would be a lot of fun to mess with. I've never played this one here. But, you know, it's just a lot of different stuff you can toy around with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the Xbox. Both triggers, black and back buttons at the same time. That'll reset it, and this will take you back to the main screen when you first turn on the Xbox. Here's all your emulators again. For those of you that have seen my older videos from a couple years ago, I really haven't changed much on these emulators. They're pretty much all the same. CoinOps is updated. We've got CoinOps 7 version number 4. I've updated the Neo Geo. It plays a lot better, runs through Hypervision, and everything else is pretty much the same. Now what I've done is I've added a passcode into these consoles, and that's mostly so that files don't accidentally get deleted and settings don't get changed by accident. So when you go in and you hit system, it's going to ask you for a code. What I'm going to do, I'm going to push the right stick button, and I'm going to go in here to enter the master code. That way there I don't have to keep entering the same code over and over again. And each console is going to have the same code. Alright, now I can go in here and make some changes. I want to show you the different skins that I have. If you go into Appearance and Skin, right now we're using the original Confluence, but if you push the down arrow button once and give it a second to update, now we're in the classic Xbox. This particular skin has had some changes made to it. Once you change skins, you have to go through here and make a couple other changes. It automatically puts everything into a list mode. So if you push the left D-pad and go over here to View and push the A button, you can scroll through the different views. And I want it on the DVD wrap for this particular demo here. So you've got all your Xbox games lined up. You push the down arrow on the D-pad and you get a little preview clip in the lower left corner of each game. So you can scroll through each one of these and watch a little preview. And if you push the X button, you can see it in full screen. Now currently I'm only setting this this skin up on the smaller Xboxes that I do. I'm not doing them on the 2 terabytes just yet, because I have to go through and I have to program each video for each game. It's going to take me a while to get into that, and I'm hoping to have the 2 terabytes set up like that in a few weeks, maybe a month. But I got to kind of work that into my schedule too. So what I'm going to do here is reset it to show you that when it boots back up, it's going to boot into this classic skin, and it will every time until you switch it back over. Since I haven't done it yet, I'm going to go ahead and switch these all over to the white icons. So here's all your emulators again, just like before. And once we've done this and we reset it, it won't have us keep changing it. It'll keep it on the white icons like it's supposed to. Here's your homebrew. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in. Here's the code again. You go down to settings and appearance. You can change your theme. So you've got the standard green. Here's the moonlight. So it's a bit darker. You've got a moon in the background. Otherwise everything's blue. Looks pretty good. And there's Fahrenheit, which looks pretty good too. So it's all red, looks like it's on fire. And you still have your previews.
Hey, wake up. Shake it off, Marines.
And yes, that video just keeps playing until it's done. Okay, and that's pretty much it. This is the latest setup that I've been offering people, and that's everything. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.